second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 3, verse 14 to 16. But their minds were blinded. For until this day, the same veil remains unlifted in the reading of the Old Testament, because the veil is taken away in Christ. And how does Christ remove this veil? By preaching. I preach, you listen, and the veil may fall off. I receive that the veil is now falling off many blessed ones. Hey, and what strikes me is that Isaiah, without being present, look at what it is to be a prophet. The prophet is a person who apparently predicts some nonsense and then goes home and regrets having said that, slaps himself in the face. He feels bad. Do you know that this has happened to me? Sometimes I have said things, and when I get home, I feel like breaking something. Why did I say this? What a fool I was and treated me badly. And then 3 months go by, and time shows me the reason why it was that I said that. So Isaiah, let's go look for Isaiah 25. Verse 7. He spoke this, and I imagine that after he said that, he felt a lot of sadness, because he was already prophesying something that was going to take thousands of years to be fulfilled. Verse 7 of Isaiah 25 says, "And he will destroy on this mountain the surface of the covering cast over all people, which is the law, and the veil that is spread over." Truly, the prophecy regarding the veil covering all nations could not have come true in the past, as not all nations had yet come into existence. The human population had not yet increased. Nevertheless, many fail to realize that the veil mentioned in that prophecy refers to the veil of Jesus of Nazareth that encompasses all nations. What a spectacle! So Jesus of Nazareth is the hindrance. That is your hindrance. In fact, why was Paul called Antichrist? Because he spoke of that veil. What happened is that he was not listened to. He did not convince anyone. Paul spoke about that veil. He said, "That ye may be of another, of him that is risen," then right there was set aside. You can't hear any more of this man. And the apostles themselves liquidated him. They stopped his mouth. They wrote letters after him so that they would not believe in him. So the reason I am Antichrist is because I follow the same pattern that Paul did, but I am succeeding in removing the veil. Paul couldn't remove it from anybody. Well, not even one. They all abandoned me. And after Paul's departure, this is over. The other will take it away. The other one will remove it because I can't. I leave the hammer, the tools, the nails, the dynamite there for him. I leave them there with the foundation so that later the other person can pick them up and do something with all of that to see if he can remove the veil. And we are doing it. Now notice, in 666 there is wisdom. If I remove your veil and activate your faith, the faith that was coming, and you enter into that faith, then to remove the veil is to tell you, do not look at Jesus of Nazareth. Do not look before the cross, because if you look before the cross, there is the law. There's the curse. There is the condemnation. If you look after the cross, you look perfect. There you see perfection. There you see the faith that justifies, the faith that saves, the faith that makes you complete, that leaves you lacking nothing. The faith that tells you, don't look for God anymore because you already have Him inside you.